Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the old lady, and this is To Dare is To Do, episode 42. Spurs save on the way, and things have gone quite well. Let's have a look. Let's go over and have a look. Pretty sure I introduced you to the returning Nabil Bentaleb last episode. I've been watching a lot of people playing Civ. Anyway, and he's been off to a reasonably good start for us. 7.75 in his 3 appearances in the Premier Division, which is rather nice. So, yeah, I'm pleased with how he's doing. He'll be getting more games in early like this because he's a 3-star, which is a step up on somebody like Sissoko, who's a 2-star now. And because I've made a promise to him on the way in that he'd get to start in his preferred position and role, which is DLP in the midfield center role. So that's what he's getting. So yeah. Butland has been terrific. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. Let's slowly roll it back. You saw Chelsea and Bristol City, of course. I guess it hasn't gone quite as well as I thought. I had thought that we'd done really well, but we didn't really do very well. They scored, we scored, they scored, we scored. But we couldn't put them away, unfortunately, despite, I believe, having pretty good... Well, let's see, stats. There you go, match stats. Yeah, 18-8, we had the clear-cut chances. We had 61% of the possession, 13 corners to 7. You know, we just, unfortunately, just could not break through for that third goal, which was very frustrating. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm optimistic. We are still stuck in 5th. But again, we've got 2 games in hand against Chelsea and 3 games in hand against Liverpool and Man City. And we're not that far behind them. In fact, if we win all 3 games, we'd actually be a point ahead of Man City. But it doesn't look like anybody's catching Man United at this point. So, let's be realistic. They seem to have pretty much caught fire and pulled away from the rest of us, and there's not much to be done about that. Anyway, let's get on with things. I've chattered away well more than enough. We're going to face Wolves today, just somebody a little different. I've been enjoying our FA Cup run. It's been fairly straightforward so far. We keep playing championship teams, which is fun. I really enjoy actually getting a chance to play against teams that we don't get to play very often. And it means we can play some players who wouldn't otherwise necessarily get into the side, like Jan Vertonghen, who's down to 2.5 stars. As you can see, his numbers are just falling right off the cliff. And it's pretty much done. He's past his best, and it's time to move him on to somewhere else, especially at 8 million a year. He's really not worth that anymore, especially with the loss of pace. So I'll give him a run out today and let him have his game. We'll be in fine shape. I'm not too worried. Dyer should only pace 45 minutes. I wonder if I should bring in Ayer instead. No, Ayer's on 93, but I am going to make sure that Ayer is in the lineup ahead of Sissoko. And yeah, I think this is a fine setup. We need to win the game. Obviously, we don't want to give up on our FA Cup run, but that doesn't mean we can't play some of the players who haven't had a chance to play quite as much as the others, which is what we're going to do. As you can see, games missed. I like this column. If I'm going to rotate, shows you that the only one on the bench who's missing a bunch of games is Lamela, and Lloris has missed 2 games in a row. Lamela is wanted by Newcastle, Southampton, and West Ham, and I'm doing my best to make a deal with them about him. So I don't think we're going to get very much for him, unfortunately. But he is 28 now, I think. 28. And he will be 29 very shortly, like in 2 days. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's get on with the game. I'm going to play them on key highlights today because, well, it seems intent on frustrating me. That's why. No, that's not really why. It's because I want to get in both games, and I noticed that the game lengths have been creeping up, and I really don't want the episode lengths, I should say, have been creeping up, and I don't really want to make them that long. So, let's see, Expect nothing but a win from this match. I think that's what I expect. Let's be honest. I expect us to win this match. Good handshake before the match, and go. Dolberg with the black ball. Ugh. It's so frustrating. It's hard to follow. At least with ice hockey, the puck is black and small, but it's on a white background. Butland with the kinetic energy adding save somehow. Not sure how exactly that worked, but and he claims the corner quite handily. Butland doesn't get there, but it was outside the post anyway. Did I put it on key highlights? Of course I didn't. I said I was going to. Why didn't you remind me? You've probably all been screaming at your screens. Sorry. Ooh. These wolves have got some bite in them. Let's see some effort, boys. Come on. I would like to see you do something a little more impressive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vertonghen can't get the ball where you wanted it to go. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not ideal. Can't say I'm thrilled about that. How did that happen again? Ugh. What was this guy doing? Who's that? Ben Davis. I was just bigging you up in the comments. My goodness. Good save, Butland. I think we need to get a little more positive than just positive. I think we're going to have to be a little bit Go assertive. Show me something else in the second half. I'm worried that Ericsson, who is kind of the team leader in the team today, yeah, he's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, I was watching him and he's just getting worse and worse. And we need a goal, and I'm not seeing it from Gasper. And I didn't bring Nardo Silva. I could bring in Gnabry for Son Heung-min. Let's have that. Let's give that a go. Throw the dice and hope the boys can do something with it. And that's a good kick forward. Kane. What a man. Oh, he's so good at that. He rescues us again and again. 40th goal of the season. Alderweireld's ball forward. I think it was kind of a dodgy goal, but I'll take it. He just sort of thumps it forward. Kane chests it down into his own pass and then explodes the net somehow. There's some slightly weird physics going on. Make changes, go. Nobody on him. Gotta be on the goalkeeper, boys. We're going straight to extra time as well. Unless we can score. And that's not how to score. That's how to give the ball away for a counterattack. Butland, well out. Oop, sorry. Twitchy fingers. Sorry if you heard a noise a few moments ago. That was my flatmate leaving. He tries to be very quiet, but it's difficult to be perfectly quiet when you're watching a game like that. Lucas Moura, how did you like that segue? That was a sweet goal. Ben Taleb out for Davis. A little cross, a little header, a little goalie. Can't do the job. Sorry, Wolves fans. But it just sort of worked poetically. Yeah, he's not really a little goalie. It just, they were a little short of what they needed in it anyway. So, you know, it was just sort of poetic license, shall we call it that? Anyway, I think we call that a win by Tottenham, and I'm going to call that a comeback win in the second half, and that's well done. Good job. I asked them to show me something else in the second half, and they came out and did just that. Oh, we've got a transfer offer. Who's going to come in? Ooh, Eric Lamela, Fiorentina. He wants to go to Fiorentina, I know that. So, let's accept this. I'm pretty sure he wants to go to Fiorentina. Despite, oh no, he'd rather go to Southampton. Well, that's okay. You can go where they buy you. Yeah. Alright. Tottenham come from behind to win. They win in the 5th round. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't really do. Yeah, I think he's got a fair point to say there. Yes, that's good. And we're back. Sorry about the abrupt transition there. I kind of waffled on and on and on and on after the game and realized that I hadn't really said very much that was of much use or interest, so I've cut that out just in in the hopes of keeping this to being a much shorter episode than it would have been if I left in all that faffing. So I will leave it out, and we will carry on with Tottenham versus Juventus. So let's have a look at who we're playing today. Lloris with Trippier, Sanchez, Benkovic and Davis. Fernandes and Ayer with Silva, Christian Eriksen and Son behind Harry Kane. Harry Kane now has 41 goals. We've had another disappointing off game in that we drew Bournemouth this time 2-2. Another chasing the game situation. They scored first, we scored second, they scored third, we scored fourth. But Gedson Fernandes had a really lovely goal in that one. It was a real scorcher. Anyway, enough chatting. Let's get on with the game. We need at least a 1-goal win. If we win 1-0, we're through. If we win 2-1, then we're even up and we need to go to extra time. Otherwise, it's a win or a loss based on whatever you hear. So, wish us luck. A panic moment there where I wasn't sure if I was recording. That's what I want to see. Inspired by the positive reaction. Son taken down. Eriksen gets on. Blasts, but can't get it through. Okay. We are on key highlights. 1 goal. We just need the 1. Unless they score. In which case we need 2. Just to take it to extra time. So let's not let them score, preferably. Oh, nice ball out for Son Heung-min. His cross to Bernardo, beautifully finished. And we are ahead on aggregate. With Bernardo Silva's 17th goal of the season. Easily his best season of his career. Sweetly taken down, 1 touch, and then bang. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Oh dear. Well, now we need another goal, just to get to extra time. It's not terribly surprising, they are a very good team. Disappointing. I don't think it was disappointing. I'd say we were doing alright. Why can't I see the... Oh, that's annoying. So let's just keep going with the revenge. Alright, at least we got the front half of the team. That's where the goal should come from, so let's have it. There's a header to tie it up. Sanchez, his 7th goal of the season. He's really broken out this year in terms of his scoring ability as well as his defending. we're back level again. Lloris catches. They haven't had a clear-cut chance yet. Any chances yet. Davis looks for someone inside, finds Eriksson. Eriksson gets around one man, finds Son Heung-min, Kane, bang! And we're up 3-1. No more extra time gonna happen today. Because if they tie it up, they'll be away. They'll be ahead on away goals. Kane turns, fires, finished. 42nd goal of the season. Son Heung-min with 2 assists. That brings him to 17 on the season. Ooh. Wouldn't mind seeing that one go in. Alright. We are now late enough and we can't go to extra time, so Eric Dyer can come in. Dele Alli can come in for Eriksson, who's had an okay game. And I brought too many attacking midfielders. I should have brought one who could play, and I did. Okay, I can do this. Let's play Fernandez, and we'll swap him with Dele Alli, and let them play like that. Dele, Lamela, nice ball for Trippier, back to Dele, and again Trippier. This time Son Heung-min with the easy header, and that should put this one away for us. They need 2 goals just to tie it up, well, to take the lead now. Beauty by Son Heung-min. Completely fooled the goalkeeper. Nicely taken. Son Heung-min steps in and grabs just one more, just to make it certain. His 8th goal of the season as we continue to get massive goal scoring from our midfielders. Don't know what the defense were doing there, my goodness. But we have absolutely taken the wind out of Juve's sails with a 5-1 victory. 6-3 on aggregate, and we are through like bandits. I am very pleased, very impressed with how everybody did. Son Heung-min with the game player of the match, 2 goals and 2 assists. What a comeback. I'm very pleased. So should you be. Excellent stuff. Happiness abounds. I am thrilled. So there we go. We overturned the first leg defeat, as I had confidence we would do. But a 5-1 win is not what I expected. I'll admit that. That was definitely not on my radar. Heung-min was absolutely outstanding today. Who do I want in a draw for the next round? I'm not commenting on that. 8.52 million. Classy. Son Heung-min, who was great in front of goal last time. Super duper. Now, I just wanted to highlight here, hold on a second, the goal production we're getting out of our midfield. Okay, we've got Harry up front and we've got Dolberg up front. That's 51 goals between them. But in the midfield, we've got 17, 26, 34, 42, 49, 55, 61, 66, 68, and 8 more out of the defense. So 68 from the midfield, 51 from the forwards, and 8 from the back line. That's quite a breakdown. Anyway, I don't know who we're playing in the Champions Cup quarterfinal coming up next, but that's probably when we'll come back for. We'll play Watford offline and then come back for, well, unless something surprising happens, we'll come back for the Champions Cup quarterfinal and Arsenal. And then Champions Cup quarterfinal and probably Everton, unless there's an FA Cup match in here somewhere, assuming we beat Watford. So that's going to be the plan anyway. It's going to be Champions League and Arsenal, and then Champions League and Watford. So we'll see whether we get that plan disrupted or not. That's going to be the way that works. I hope you had a good episode, that you've enjoyed it. If you have, maybe hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I noticed we've had a few more views on things lately than I've been expecting, so that's nice. If you're new around here, please do stay around. We've enjoyed having you by. Hit comments. We love comments. Comments are the lifeblood. We love comments. So I hope you're having a great day, and take care.